What's up, everybody? Welcome to Read the Bible with me. This is Stan Jr., and I am about to read chapter 9 of Genesis. We're on the 9th day in the book of Genesis, and so we're going to read chapter 9 here. And before we do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribing, and thank you to all my patrons that helped me make this. So I appreciate you so much. I have a list of people that I pray for. All those that donate $1, you go on my prayer list, and I pray for you every single day. So I thank you for donating $1, and I thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so we're looking at Genesis chapter 9, verse 1. It says, "And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth." That's important. God blessed Noah and his sons. All right. It says, "The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every bird of the heavens, upon everything that creeps on the ground, and all the flesh of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with life in it, that is, its blood." So if you ever seen those videos of people like biting into actually a live creature, God doesn't like that. He believes that's cruel and unusual punishment. Verse 5, he says, "And for your lifeblood I will require a reckoning. From every beast I will require it, and from every man. From his fellow man I will require a reckoning for the life of man." Verse 6 says, "Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image. And you, be fruitful and multiply, increase greatly on the earth and multiply in it." Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, "Behold, I establish my covenant with you and your offspring after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the livestock, and every beast on the earth with you, as many as came out of the dark. It is for every beast of the earth I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth." And God said, "This is a sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. I have set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth." God said to Noah, "This is a sign of my covenant that I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth." The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the people of Noah of the whole earth were dispersed. Noah began to be a man of the soil, and he planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk, and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and walked backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned backward, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan. A servant of servants shall be to his brothers." He also said, "Blessed be the Lord of the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tent of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. So what I want to point out here is that, number one, it says God blessed Noah and his sons. The first verse of chapter 9 says God blessed him and his sons. And Noah, in his drunkenness, after he came to himself, after he sobered up a little bit, cursed Canaan for seeing him naked. So I think we've got to weigh God's blessing is more than man's cursing. It doesn't matter if even if your parents curse at you, and even if your parents call you outside of your name, remember that God has blessed you. God has blessed you. And if God blessed you, if God is for you, no one can be against you. So you've got to understand that no matter what outside forces of people telling you who you are, that you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough, you're not whatever enough. That's what the world is good for. They tell you what you're not qualified to do. But we look in the Word of God where God uses unqualified people for His glory. So if you're unqualified, that's one step closer for God using you to show forth His own glory. So I just want to come and encourage somebody today that if you have heard anything negative towards you by other humans, doesn't mean anything compared to what God thinks about you. All right? So that was chapter 9 of Genesis. Next time you see me, we'll be reading chapter 10. Again, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please smash that subscribe button and pray about becoming a $1 a month patron. I really appreciate all the things that I'm able to do by you doing that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm praying for you. I have a prayer list of people that are here that have given their dollar. And so I'm so grateful for you guys. I pray for you every single day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So we'll be reading chapter 10 when you see me next time. Peace.